Good morning, Stedman Stars, and happy Saturday. So, I don't know if you can tell, but we do have a visitor today that's going to be with us. Everett. Oh, Everett doesn't want to hear Junie B, apparently. We're going to start a new Junie B book today, and it's called Junie B First Grader Shipwrecked. Now, I know there wasn't a blurb on the back, but I told you that it was about Columbus Day, and this is a very, very funny book. This is one of my favorites, so I'm excited to get started with you today. So chapter 1 is called Breathing Germs. So let's go ahead and get started. Friday. Dear First Grade Journal, today is the end of the week. Mr. Scary is taking attendance. Attendance is the school word for who isn't here today. There are lots of children out sick in room 1. I'm going to count them, I think. I will be back in a minute. Okay, here's a teensy problem I just ran into. 'Cause how can I count the people who aren't here on account of they didn't show up, apparently. Taking attendance is harder than it looks. From Junie B, first grader. I put down my pencil to think about the situation, only I didn't even have time to concentrate hardly, 'cause all of a sudden there was a noise on the other side of the room. I turned my head to look, and splatto! A boy named Roger throwed up on the floor. It was the most disgustingest thing I ever saw. Also, the air did not smell delightful. I quick held my nose and closed my eyes. Only too bad for me, 'cause my dumb bunny eyes have a brain of their own, and they kept sneaking peeks of the splatto. It was Cheerios, I believe. Finally, I put my head on my desk, and I covered up with my arms. Only just then, more trouble happened, and it's called A Boy Named Sheldon Couldn't Stand the Splatto, so he jumped up from his chair, and he ran straight out of room 1, and that was a surprise, I tell you. Mr. Scary ran after him. He brought Sheldon back in a jiffy. Then he quick called the school nurse, Mrs. Weller, on the phone, and he told her that we needed her help right now. Hurry, he said, fast! And so Mrs. Weller zoomed to room 1 as fast as a speedy rocket. And then she hurried over to Roger, and she talked to him in a calmly voice, and she said everything is going to be okay. Roger hanged his head real embarrassed. I felt sorry for that guy. Also, he was making me ill. Finally, Mrs. Weller helped him get up from his chair, and she held his hand, and she took him to the office. After that, room 1 could not do any work on account of how can you do work with splatto on the floor? Only, hooray, hooray, 'cause pretty soon our janitor named Gus Filoni came rushing through the door. I jumped right up when I saw him. Gus Filoni, it's me, it's Junie B. Jones, I hollered out. Roger throwed up. Gus Filoni winked at me, and then he went straight to Roger's desk, and he took out his important janitor equipment, and he sprinkled powder all over the floor, and wowie, wow! That stuff swept up like a miracle. We could not believe our eyeballs. Whoa, said my friend named Lenny. See, whoa, said my other friend named Jose. That powder is like magic. I sniffed the air. Yes, it is like magic, Jose, I said. Plus, also, it smells lemony fresh in here. Other children sniffed too. It does smell lemony fresh, said a girl named Shirley. I wish I had some of that stuff for my mother. She loves to clean up messes. Mine does too, said my bestest friend named Herbert. Then all of a sudden, Herb springed out of his chair. Wait! Hold it! My mother's birthday is on Sunday, he said, and so that's what I'll get her. I'll get her a tub of that magic powder. What's the name of it, Mr. Filoni, huh? What's it called? Gus Filoni's face went kind of funny. He glanced his eyes at Mr. Scary and then back at Herbert again. Finally, he ran his fingers through his bald head, and he said the name of it. Vomit absorbent. He said, kind of quiet. It's called vomit absorbent. At first, Herbert just stood at his desk very frozen. He did not say any words. Then, after a minute, he did a little shiver, and he sat back down. Maybe I'll just draw her a picture, he said. Gus Filoni nodded. Then he packed up his stuff and he waved goodbye to room 1, and Mr. Scary walked him into the hall. While he was gone, Sheldon put his lunch sack on his head. As soon as Mr. Scary saw it, he tried to take it off, but Sheldon held on tight. "No, don't! I need this," he said. "If I stay in here, I won't catch Roger's germs." I raised my eyebrows at that remark. "Yeah, only I don't get it, Sheldon," I said. "How can you catch Roger's germs? 'Cause Gus Valoni just sweeped them in the bucket, remember?" Sheldon talked to me through his bag. "Roger's germs aren't just in the bucket, Junie B," he said. "Whenever someone throws up, their germs shoot out in the air all over the place. Then if somebody else breathes the same air, those germs can get sucked right up in their nose nostrils." I did a little cringe at that information. Then I looked all around in the air, and very slow I lifted my hand and I closed my nose nostrils. Room 1 watched me. Then one by one, they closed their nose nostrils too. And so all of us held our noses tight with our fingers, and we didn't breathe for the whole rest of the morning. So, tomorrow we're going to read chapter 2, and it's called Letting Go. Now, I have a lot of information for you about the end of the school year. So, like packing up our things, dropping off your instructional packet, buying yearbooks, things like that. So, parents, I'm going to, at some point today, I'm going to type all of that out and either send it on Remind or text it to you, because that's important information that we all need to know. And it should be a seamless process. I just want you to be on the lookout for that. So I'm going to send all of that information out today at some point, just so that you can prepare for it and you know in advance what to do. So I hope that you have a happy Saturday. I am actually going to deliver groceries again today, and then I get to see my boyfriend's brother and sister-in-law, and they have a little baby, and so they're finally coming to Greenwood after all this mess has been going on. We haven't seen them for like 6 weeks, so we're really excited to see them. I hope you enjoyed my story as much as Everett. I put him to sleep again. But anyways, I hope you have a fabulous Saturday, and I will see you back here again tomorrow. Bye!